Всем привет! Привет, ребята! Сегодня на уроке мы говорим про время. So today I'm gonna tell you how to ask about time, how to tell what time it is in Russian. Итак, let's start with a question. How actually to ask? What time is it? The first option is сколько времени? Сколько времени? It is the first option. It is the first question that you can use. Сколько времени? And the second one is который час? Который час? This one, который час, is more formal, and сколько времени is more common question. Okay, if you address to someone, especially if you don't know this person, if it is a stranger for you, you can start with Извините, сколько времени? Извините, сколько времени? Or you can add Извините, вы не знаете, сколько времени? It is a very common question. Извините, вы не знаете, сколько времени? Or it is a formal question. Извините, вы не подскажете, который час? Еще раз. Извините, вы не подскажете, который час? These two questions are similar. The difference is that this question is more standard, frequently used, and this one is more formal. Извините, вы не подскажете, который час? Окей, хорошо. There are three ways how to say time in Russian. The first one, самый легкий, the easiest one. The second one is a little bit more complicated, сложнее. And the third one is for advanced students, the most difficult one, самый сложный. In today's lesson, I'm going to tell you about the first and the second way. If you want me to tell you about the third way, the most challenging one, самый сложный, let me know. I will record a video lesson for you. Okay, so it's very important that in the Russian language we do have two hour formats, 12-hour format and 24-hour format. Normally when we speak, да, когда мы говорим, we use 12-hour format. And normally when we write something, especially in some business letters, business communication, and just in written form, we use 24-hour format. Так, which means that if I want to say a lesson starts at 6 p.m., I would say урок начинается в 6 вечера, and then I add вечера, which means in the evening, to say that it is evening, not morning, but I will tell you about this a bit later. Anyway, I would use 12-hour format. Урок начинается в 6 вечера. If I want to write this, I would write урок начинается в 18. I would use 24-hour format. Okay? Хорошо, поехали дальше. Let's repeat numbers that we need to tell the time in Russian. Итак, 0, 1, одна. Here you can see that we have two forms, один and одна. This form we will need when we talk about hours, how many hours, один. And this form we need when we talk about minutes. Why? Because один we use with masculine gender nouns. Час is a masculine gender noun. Один час. And одна, this form we use with feminine gender nouns. And минута is a feminine gender noun. It means that we should say одна минута. Okay? Дальше. Два, две. So again, here we have two forms. We use две with minutes. Две минуты. And we use два with hours. 2 часа. But I will tell you about this a bit later. Just remember that when we talk about time, we need to use either один or одна, два or две. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Here we add цать, these 5 letters. Цать. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Don't mix up 12 and 20. 12 is a longer word. 12. This one is shorter. 20. 20. Okay? And then it's pretty easy. You just say 21 or 21. Да? 22 or 22. 23, 24, 25 and so on. Okay. Это 30, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay, now it's time to talk about the easiest way how we can talk about time. You just look at the time and say numbers that you see. For example, if we see this time, we say 9, 10. You just say 9, 10. That's it. 9, 10. 15, 32. And here, if I say this, it's not a mistake if I use 24-hour format. It's just not common, but it's fine. Да? So I can say either 3, 32 or 15, 32. Pay attention that here I say две, I don't say два, okay? Because I'm talking about minutes. And minute, minuta, is a feminine gender noun. With feminine gender nouns, we use две минуты. I don't say минуты here, but I mean it. That's why I say две. Да? 3:32. 21:01 or 9:01. As you see, I say 0. I don't say 9:1. I say 9:01. And here I say одна минута because I mean minuta, even though I don't say this word. Хорошо. Let's take a look at this time and say what time it is, okay? So I'm going to pronounce 2 options, 12-hour format and 24-hour format. You can repeat after me. I will give you some time, okay? Поехали. 3:30. 15:30. 2:25. 14:25. 11:23. 3:10. 1:55. I don't say 1 час. Normally, when it is 1 a.m. or 1 p.m., we don't say the word, the number. We just say час. Only one word. Час. Okay? 1:55. 10:40. 22:40. Okay, хорошо. So one more time, guys. If it is 1 a.m. or 1 p.m., we don't say 1 час. We just say час, okay, without number. Час. Так. Дальше. 9:01. So first, when you see 0, you should say it 0 and одна, not один. Одна, because I mean minute. I'm talking about minutes. 9:02. 2, not 2. 9:02. And here, when it is 4 a.m., 5 p.m., 12 a.m., and so on, when it's a strict time, we can add ровно, да, ровно, which means that it's 00 minutes. 16 ровно или 4 ровно, да? Идем дальше. It is another way to say, to talk about time, which is a bit more complicated. Итак, the difference is that we add word hour, час, and minute. So we basically say how many hours and how many minutes. Да? Сколько часов, how many hours, сколько минут, how many minutes. Итак, in this case, we have 3 forms of the word. If you haven't learned the genitive case yet, it's fine, because actually here we use the genitive case with numbers. But if you haven't learned this case yet, it's fine. You just have to remember 3 forms of the word, depending on the number. That is it. Итак, so when it is number 1, да, 1, we say час. Час. When there is number 2, 3, or 4, we say часа. 2 часа. 3 часа. 4 часа. Так. When you see numbers from 5 till 20, you should say часов. Часов. 5 часов. 6 часов. 7 часов. Часов. From grammatical point of view, I can easily explain this. So with number 1, we use the nominative case. That's why we actually don't change this word. It is час. Да, it is the nominative case, the original case. Да. With numbers 2, 3, and 4, we use the genitive singular. That's why часа actually is the singular form here. And with numbers from 5 till 20, we use genitive plural. That's why we use another form here. Часов. Так. When we have 21, how to to understand which form we should use? You have to focus on the last number. Here we see 1. Да? With 1 we use nominative. So you just say 21 час. It doesn't matter how big the number is. You always have to look at the last number. Понятно? So here we have 22. Да? We have number 2 here. We focus on number 2. With number 2 we say часа. Понятно? 22 часа. 23 часа. 24 часа. Okay? And минут. Here the same thing. We should change the word минута, the nominative case, depending on the number. Okay? Смотрите. 1 минута. So we say одна because минута is a feminine gender noun. 1 минута. Then we say две. We don't say два. We say две. Две we use with feminine gender nouns. Минута. 2 минуты. 3 минуты. 4 минуты. So минуты is the genitive singular. Да? 2 минуты, 3 минуты, 4 минуты. From numbers, with numbers from 5 till 20, we use минут. It is the genitive plural. Минут. 5 минут, 6 минут, 7 минут, and so on. When we have 21, да? So the same, the pattern is the same. We focus on the last number. It is 1. Here we say 1 минута. 21 минута. 22 минуты. 23 минуты. The same for other numbers. 32 минуты. 33 минуты. So you focus on the last number and then choose the form. Да? If it is 25, you should say 35 минут, because with number 5 and up, we say минут. Понятно? So it's quite easy. I understand that it looks quite difficult, but I suggest you just to write these rules in your copybook and just remember this. Да? Just remember this and you will get used to this. Хорошо. Итак, let's take a look at this time and say it. Итак, 3 часа 30 минут. 15 часов 30 минут. So there are two options you can say. 3 часа или 15 часов. 2 часа 25 минут. Или 14 часов 25 минут. 11 часов 23 минуты. 3 часа 10 минут. Час 55 минут. And here again, I don't say один час, I say just час without number. 22 часа 40 минут. Или 10 часов 40 минут. Окей, хорошо. Дальше. We, in Russia, in Ukraine, we like perceive time in different way, not like English native speakers, for example. So if I ask English native speaker like 2 a.m., what is it for you? Is it a night for you or morning for you? A native English speaker would say that it is morning for him, but for me it's night. Obviously, people sleep at this time, right? So we like understand time in a little bit different way. So this is what I want to tell you about. Here I write the format in English so that you can understand, everyone can understand this. So when it is from 12 a.m. to 3 a.m., it's night for us. It's night. So these 3 hours mean night. Starting from 4 a.m. to 11 a.m., it is morning already. Это утро. So for me, 4 a.m. is morning already. It's not night. Да? Это утро. From 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. it is день, daytime, день. And starting from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. it's evening. Это вечер. So 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 9 p.m., 11 p.m., 10 p.m. It's evening for Russian native speaker. Это вечер. It's not night. Да? Это вечер. Okay. And then when there is time, because we don't have AM in Russian, we don't have PM in Russian, okay? And when we just have number, like for example, this one, 8. And if I want other people to understand, if I talk about morning or night or evening, I add the word. But I need to change it as well. So this is how I change it. 8 часов, I can skip часов, I just can say 8, да? 8 утра. Понятно? So 8 a.m. это 8 утра. Look how I change it. So the nominative case, the original case, утро, but when I talking about time, I say утра. Понятно? Is the genitive case as well, actually. 8 часов утра. Это час дня. So I change день to дня. Час дня. 5 часов вечера. Вечер I change to вечера. 5 вечера. 5 часов вечера. 3 часа ночи. Ночь, ночи. 3 ночи. 3 часа ночи. Понятно? Понятно. Okay, so this is it what I wanted to tell you about time. If you want me to tell you about the third, the most challenging format, how to say time in Russian, let me know in the comments below. And also I would like to say that now new students welcome. I have available spots and I accept up to 4 new students at the moment. So regular price for my 1-hour lesson is $29, but for new students, I have 15% discount, so you can buy a package of 4 lessons for only $99. If you're interested in having lessons with me, please write me and I will text you back and I will tell you how you can book the lessons with me. Спасибо большое за внимание. If you have any questions, you always are welcome to write your questions in the comments below. I will answer all your questions. Спасибо большое. Увидимся, ребята. Всем хорошего дня. Пока-пока.